What a surprise. Now, the news is coming down. It's your boy DJ Akademiks here. The news is coming down from the medical examiner that's saying that the NYPD crippler's crossface, the fatal chokehold, is responsible and was responsible for the death of Eric Garner. Now, the medical report finally came out and they said that, yeah, had it not been for that crippler's crossface, he would have been alive. Maybe other things contributed to his death, like obesity, he had asthma, he also had high blood pressure, but if you didn't choke him out and pile on him like it was a fucking football game, he would have been alive. Now, just in the nick of time, the PBA also put out a statement on this. And we know the PBA, they're down with the police. They're the Patrolsmen Benevolent Association. So they put out a statement and they said, we believe, however, that if Eric Garner did not resist a lawful arrest and a lawful order given to him by the police, this tragedy would have not occurred. Now, there's a lot to be said about this whole fucking situation, and just imagine this, because look at it from the other side. Imagine if this was a police officer that got killed. Let's say, I don't know, maybe they were trying to arrest Eric Garner, he tripped and fell, and he crushed one of them. He crushed one of their skulls. Imagine the fucking parade in NYC we would have seen. It would have been the second coming of Jesus Christ. We would have seen people sobbing, police, soldiers saluting, Obama speaking, all types of mayors, everyone's coming the fuck out. Now it's someone that usually fits their criminal profile that got killed. They're like, oh yeah, I guess we fucked up, but you know what? He kind of also forced us to. Now to the police officers, they're probably thinking, it's just another piece of shit criminal that got killed. He fits our criminal profile. He's big and fucking black. That's the profile. Okay, we happen to kill him. Maybe we shouldn't have, but life goes on. We're going to reassign a couple dudes. Fine. Nothing's going to happen. Now, I've told you guys before, not much is going to come out of this. Of course, now, since this has come down that his death was a homicide, yes, there's going to be a wrongful death lawsuit that's going to come down. The family's probably going to win that. They're probably going to win millions from the city. But is the city really hurting? They're getting paid off tax dollars. Yeah, they're going to cut them a check. But the whole thing is this. Nothing's really going to mend the wound created by this incident that the family's probably experiencing. He's also a father. And really, the main overlying thing is that there's a broken relationship that exists between the police officers, the police, and the community. There's obviously no trust. I sit here all the time and I say, listen, the black people that are hurting their own communities by fucking up, the fucking scum of the earth, the bottom-feeding parasites within all our communities, as much as I despise them because they're the real criminals, I still can't even vouch for the people that's supposed to be protecting the community either. I won't say in most cases, but in a lot of cases, or more cases than it should be, they're just as bad as the fucking criminals. They just have a gun and a badge, and they're doing what they want to do. And now in those cases, most of them are just real criminals, and a lot of them, it's the power getting to their head. You give somebody a gun and a badge, and that's the thing, you give anybody a gun. They now feel like they have power. Once you give someone a weapon and pretty much the thing that separates them from taking someone else's life is just pulling the trigger, they now feel powerful. When you have idiots in the streets using it, now they feel like they can run around their own communities killing people. You give cops that aren't responsible and cops that have no regard for human life, yeah, now they feel like they have the license to kill. Now, a lot of people are just going to chalk this whole incident up to racism, and I'm not going to do that. Because I don't think it's a problem with white cops not liking black guys or not liking black people. The problem is this whole stereotype that exists or that's painted to cops that the criminals are big and fucking black. So when they see somebody in the streets that happen to be big and black, they're like, oh shit, here's the fucking criminal. We don't know what we could expect from him. If we try to arrest him, he might pull out a gun. Now we have to take extreme measures, and in certain cases, you can see here, we have to go over the necessary steps that should be taken to get an arrest. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here saying, oh, you shouldn't have arrested him. Listen, the cops, they operate on their own thing. If they want to arrest somebody, that's what it is. But I still wouldn't just chalk the incident up to being the cops racist. And I hope you guys can follow me with this. Maybe the guy is racist, but for all I know, it seems, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to New York. A lot of people might not live in New York, but New York cops, they don't give a fuck about nobody. Their mentality when they come in contact with anyone that's a citizen, if you're probably not a white guy in a suit, you're getting treated like a criminal. That's it. They don't give a fuck. New York police, they don't care. They're looking for a reason to shoot you. That's what it is. When you're black, it makes it worse. But I've never seen the cops be nice to everybody else and then they're just horrible to blacks. These cops, they don't give a fuck about nothing. The relationship between police and the community, clearly broken. It comes from the top. That's how they get trained. They get all these arrests and they see the amount of people they're arresting and they realize that, yo, we're arresting more blacks than whites for certain types of crimes, till they get brainwashed to think, yo, listen, you know what? Let me just start assuming the worst. All these niggas is criminals. And that's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. The family's gonna get some millions. They're gonna win a wrongful death lawsuit. It's simple. It's laid out. But that doesn't help the problem. That doesn't prevent it from happening the next time. Yeah, they get some bad press for a while, right? The cops are gonna try to do some initiatives to improve the relationship, but it doesn't change the mentality. To change the mentality, you gotta change the training. If we just chalk it up as racism, it's way too easy, and we ignore a problem that could probably be remedied, or you could help try to fix it. Because the easiest thing to say, all right, well, the only reason that it's fucking racist, he just killed him, he's racist. I just seen another video where the black cop, he's stomping on a nigga's head. In a lot of cases, too, the black cops will treat you when you're black even more harsher than the white cops would. So you can't even just say it's a race issue. Race is an element, but it's not the whole piece of the pie. It's the relationship between police and the community, especially minorities, not only black, Hispanics, Asians, Indians, especially anyone from the Middle East. The police aren't that fucking nice. The police think they're criminals, and you could tell they don't give a fuck if you die. They'll lie to the public. You can see the guy's laying there, and they're saying, yo, yeah, he's going to be okay. The guy's dead. So that's just what it is. Until that relationship improves, we're going to keep seeing these cases. And we could chalk it up and just claim racism, because there's really no easy fix for racism. Because being racist is a mentality. You can't change someone's mentality. Fine, we know who's racist, we can shun them. But there's other people that mentality exists in, right? Exactly. So that's why I'm saying we got to improve the relationship between the police and the community. I'm telling you, man, New York cops, they're the worst. If you come in contact with the New York cops, make sure your hands, feet, your hands are not in your pockets. Make sure they can see them, palms up. Otherwise, they will shoot you. That's it. I'm telling you, I think Eric Garner was pretty lucky they didn't shoot him. That's how the cops roll. Now, you guys get in the comment box. What do you think about this? They have announced that Eric Garner's death is a homicide. Wow, what a big surprise. We all saw it. But they finally announced it, so a lawsuit will be coming soon. But what do you guys think is the next step? And just saying, fuck the pigs is not the solution. We have to have solutions. Solution isn't just saying, oh yeah, I know they're crooked, fuck the cops. Sounds good, not a solution. What's the solution? Get in the comment box. Let me know what the solution is. It's your boy DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys like, definitely share, comment also. I'm out.